afternoon, Quilt Roadies. Well, it's been quite a day, but I have a lot to share with you. That picture at the very beginning, if you remember, was a quilt that I finished at my last fabric stalker retreat, and it was from the Fat Quarter Shop and is the Jolly Bar. It went together like, I mean, you got the pattern free, and since this year is my year of blue, I decided to make this particular quilt, and I absolutely loved how it turned out, and I can't tell you enough how easy this was to put together. I am going to be taking it over to my friend Cheryl's house. She is one half of Stitching with the Sisterlies, which is a floss tube, but she's a quilter extraordinaire. And I got this backing. If you go on to, if you sign up for the So Yeah Brothers, the So Yeah YouTube channel, they every week there's like a live you can buy. They show all the good stuff, and I tend to want to stick to backings because I have a lot of quilts to back, and so this was one of my backings. I just love it, and it is going to go on the back of this Bleu de France quilt. And that will go on the end of my bed. It's like a throw or a twin size. So that is going to happen. I also have been working on, I shared last time that my cousins all have little kids or babies. Some of my second cousins are having babies. Oh. And my totally crack up second cousin Lukey, who, you know, is going to be 3 soon, is all about Marvel Comics. And so I am putting together a quilt, and so I've been making these blocks, and these are the easiest block pattern ever, and I will put the link or the name of the pattern in the drop down box. All it is 2.5 by 4.5 inch squares, and the pattern itself says that you can finish this quilt in a day. They have no clue what this brain is like. Yeah, I mean, I made 10 blocks, and that's the only attention span I could muster. But aren't they cute? I just cut, I bought 3 of the Marvel fabrics, and then I just went through my stash and picked out fabrics that kind of went with, you know, the Hulk and Iron Man and Spider-Man, and cut them all up into 2.5 by 4.5 inch pieces. And so I'm just leaving it out on my sewing table so that if I hear the fabric screaming a lot, I might sit down and put together 10 more blocks. And I figured that's a way to get it done. I know that the pattern says I could make the quilt in a day, but they don't know me. They don't know all that is going on in this brain. I have 3 babies in my life as far as my cousins' kids, my second cousins or cousins' kids. And so I have been thinking, oh, I mean, at this point, I personally don't need another quilt. The blue quilt's going to be for me, but otherwise, I really don't need another quilt. But I love quilting, and so I decided I'm going to start ramping it up and making quilts for family again. What else can I tell you? What else can I tell you? Well, Cheryl gave me she does machine embroidery, and so I was like, loving on a pattern she was working on. And so I asked her, just make me a square. And I wanted the center square, which was a Halloween spooky house. A spooky house. And you saw it hanging back here last time. But I decided to try, since we are going to Crabapple Hill for a Halloween retreat, I am inspired by all things Halloween right now, and I decided that even though this isn't a Crabapple Hill pattern, whether I could use a technique that I learned from Meg Hockey on putting color down, and so I did. So you saw the last time. So what I did was I colored the pumpkins, and I colored the moon and the bats. And Cheryl's thinking I should do the tree too. I don't know. I don't know, but we shall see. But didn't it turn out cool? It just gives it a little bit, a little touch of color. And you, basically, I think she uses colored pencil now, but back when I went to my first retreat, what you did was you laid down white crayon, then you colored it with whatever color crayon you wanted, and then you put a piece of paper towel over the top with a hot, dry iron, and you kept moving the paper towel until there was no color that seeped onto it, and then your color was set. Now, these are not meant to be washed and laundered. They're for wall hangings. But I just love the way it turned out. So that was a fun experiment for this week, and something for you to try. I think I shared with you, yeah, I did last time, that a gal I know opened an online shop, the Quilt Barn. Look at that, the Quilt Barn in La Grande, Oregon. So there's other shops that are called the Quilt Barn, but you want to Google and make sure it's the La Grande shop. I knew that I was making this quilt for Lukey, but I have two other little girl second cousins who are like 15 months old and you know, about 2 years old, somewhere around there. So I needed another, I wanted another quilt to be able to make and be inspired by. And I saw on her website, and you're going to want to go on her website, this Villa Rosa Designs. And the thing about Villa Rosa Designs is they're just on like a postcard. The pattern, whole pattern is on a postcard. And they go together like, yeah, so easy. And so I saw this one and I said, this is perfect. I am so going to do this birthday cake. But it came, oh, you just have to see this. It came with the whole giant jelly roll of pastel flannel. Now, Maywood flannel is just amazing. And you know how I love Kathy Schmidt and her sister Bonnie Sullivan. And I have always said in the past that Bonnie Sullivan makes the best flannel. This whole jelly roll is Bonnie Sullivan's flannel. Look at that. And so this is going to go together and be lickety-split. Lickety-split. So that came in the mail in that same box. Because I couldn't pass this up. Once I went on her website, I couldn't pass this up. I have such fond memories of Kathy Cardiff. I took a class from her years ago up at Holly Hills in West Lynn. She is an extraordinary designer. Wool, quilting, just just yumminess. And I loved this book. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. But I love this book. And I mean, look at the sunflowers on the back. She has such an incredible way of putting, and look at this, putting things together. A scissor holder. And a needle book. Oh, so much loveliness. Absolutely so much loveliness. Oh, look at this. Look at that. So I decided this book had to be part of my library. I have her spring book, I know that. So I got those from the Quilt Barn in La Grande. And Lorraine was so nice. She sent a giveaway for one of you. And it is a full kit at the perfect time of year, along with a magnet. So what I ask is that you sign up as a subscriber, and I'm counting on that you will do this. And if you don't know, if you think you're a subscriber but you don't know, go check, and if it doesn't say subscribed, then you're not. And then hit the bell, because that'll let you know when I have a video up. And please go onto the Quilt Barn's website and sign up for her newsletter. I just love her magnet. That red barn is amazing with the sunflower. But she gifted this full kit of this table topper and all the fabrics to make this to one of you. So if you all do that and say you're interested in this Halloween table topper, I'll be drawing the next time. And this is an Atkinson design. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I have done a lot of this designer's patterns, and they go together like butter on toast. I am here to tell you, it is amazing. This is very cute. Oh, there's a tree skirt and a table topper in 3 sizes. Oh my gosh. This kit includes everything to make a Halloween one, but you can make a Christmas tree skirt. Oh, that is really cute. Yes. What else has been going on? I got a call that the paintings that I took in to be framed were ready to pick up, so I'm going to just brag on my auntie. Emo is aunt in Korean, and one of my emos likes to paint. And when I was staying at her place in Los Angeles, she had a room set aside. She just has a little 2-bedroom place, and one bedroom is her crafting everything room. She's a golfer. And I saw this painting that she'd done, and I wanted it for my ocean room. And so I told, and it was sitting on the floor, you know, it wasn't hanging on the wall, so it wasn't like I was taking stuff off her wall. But I said I took it out in the living room. I said, I want this. And she said, no, it's no good. And I said, I love it, and it's going to be perfect, and I want it. And she said, oh, so she took something off her wall and said, take this one too, because I like this one better. So I got 2. And I just got a call that they were ready for pickup. And look at this. I tell you, I just love that. It was sitting on the floor. I needed to have it framed and hanging in my house. And so then she gave me this one so I could dream about vacation. can't you just feel the warm breeze? Oh man. There are some talented people in my family, let me tell you. Yeah. Today, Cheryl and I, we went to Pioneer Quilts because Pioneer Quilts was having their, it was like their parking lot sale. It, people could like rent a space and they could bring whatever they wanted to get rid of in their stash and sell it. And I saw many people I knew. I was like, oh my God. And then I thought, oh, I should have gotten a table there. I should have done a table there. So it was really hard for me to shop because I should have had a table there. But it was fun to see everyone. Oh, there were so many people that were, it was just fun to see old friends and new friends and what everybody was up to and connect up again. I was just really tickled. But I found this pattern because, you know, I got all these babies in my life, and it is a Dana design, and she looks like she lives in, I don't know if she's still there, but Lake Oswego, which is kind of on the other side of the river from me. But it's a beginner quilt, and I thought, oh, I have so many novelty fabrics that I could really whip something up pretty darn quick. And it's this pattern. 5 is enough. So I think it's just 5 different fabrics, and then you could just put it together. So I got that. And I went inside the shop because isn't that how it works out? And it was packed. Let me tell you, it was packed. There were, gosh, there were a ton of booths there. A ton of booths. And so I got a batting for my blue quilt. And then I had passed up this panel so many times, and I decided I'm just going to get it. And it's just the sweetest panel. I'm going to open it more up so you can see the... And she still has more of this on the bolt. That's at Pioneer Quilts. I mean, it's awesome. You know, some of these I could use like on the back of cross stitch if I wanted, or make a little wall hanging, or any kind of stuff. And then when I walked out of the restroom, blooming pins. Yep, blooming pins. So cute. These are by Kimberbell. So it's been quite a adventurous week this week. I am going to continue working on Lukey's quilt. We've got that giveaway from the Quilt Barn. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else. I can't think of anything else. I know I will after I finish here, but oh well. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you. I love all my Quilt Roadie friends, and it's so great to run into you as we move around and travel and go to quilt shops. It's been great. So love you guys. Hope you're all healthy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family, and keep on quilting.